Anna POV, the day of my wedding is today. I know I'm very young to get married, but there is nothing I can do about it. He had been recommended to me by my parents. When I was working as a waitress in a club, he saw me and asked me to spend a night with him. Having refused him, I had told him that I would wait for my husband and sleep with him. I thought he understood me since he did not say anything after that. A week later, my parents called me to tell me that my father's business was losing money. A person came and said he would help them with their business. However, he wanted something in return. Upon hearing that he wanted something, I was curious. My mom told me that they had offered me to him for a week. In shock, I asked her without any emotion what he said. I knew their hatred for me was intense, but I didn't expect they'd sell me. He had suggested getting married to me, since he had been interested in me for more than a week. The difference in our ages is phenomenal. I am only 18 years old, and he is 25. I didn't reply when they told me my wedding is only 1 week away. They are simply telling me what to do, not asking me for my opinion. My sister, who is 2 years older than me, is doing my makeup as I am getting ready for my marriage. Although she hates me, she sometimes helps me as well. Looking in the mirror, I saw a beautiful reflection of myself. I sighed. My family never forgets to remind me that I am not beautiful. I don't even have time for self-pampering. My sister came back with my parents after she did my makeup. When my mother came to me, she told me never say no to your husband. Never, okay? Always respect him and do whatever he tells you to. Do you understand? I flinched and said, yes mom, I understand. Let's go, it's time for the bride's entry, my sister Zara said. My father took my hand in his and squeezed it harshly. I flinched in pain, but said nothing. We both walked out of the room. It's just a simple church marriage. Nothing special. It's not like my parents would do anything for me. I didn't raise my eyes when we were walking toward my would-be husband. The only thing I know about him was his name, Jack Miller. Nothing more. How would I spend all my life with a stranger? We reached where he was standing. My father gave my hand in his hand and said nothing. No, take care of my daughter. Nothing. The priest started to read the vows. I didn't pay any attention to anything. Suddenly, I feel pressure on my hand. I looked toward the person who squeezed my hand. He was the person who would be my husband. There are no words to describe what a handsome man he is. Anastasia Dawson, do you accept Jack Miller as your husband? Asked the priest again. I sighed and said, I do. The few who attended our marriage cheered. The priest announced, you may kiss the bride. The moment he pecked my lips, everyone in the room began to cheer once again. I am now Anastasia Miller, formerly Anastasia Dawson. It would be nice if everything worked out since I don't have the strength to face another rejection. A few minutes later, we moved to a different section of the church for the reception. We were congratulated by everyone. Apparently, everyone here except me is happy. After a while, it was time to proceed to his house. To show how much they care, my parents just hugged me. In the car, I sat beside my husband in the back seat. I was lost in a blur on the way to his house. I was awestruck by the size and beauty of his mansion as we approached it. He led us to his room after we entered the house. He never spoke to me or said anything to me the entire time. His attention turned to me as he locked the room. I'm not sure what was supposed to happen here. Does he intend to force himself on me? Would he be willing to give me some time to adjust? Are you confident he will spare you? The only reason he married you was that he wanted you for more than a week. My subconscious whispered to me. The only thing I can do is wait and see what happens. A deep voice said, sit. Let's talk about rules. Having lost myself in my dreams, I awoke startled. Okay, I said with a soft voice.